Funny.
Okay.
Because we going through here, not through there. But anyway, we back. Fresh out like Farmer Bro. Fresh out like Billy, Billy from Fire Festival. You know.
Free. Oh yeah.
I'm getting ready to set up with him. You know, for the next festival coming up.
Festival.
Yeah,
new festival
coming up. So I mean, we can go through a few things, but we got to touch on the Kevin Samuel situation.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuel.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuel. Now, I'm going to go and I'm going to put it like this, right?
Okay.
Was Kevin Samuels right about everything he said? No. Was he right about some of the things he said? Some of the things? Yes.
He was 50-50.
Well, I'm not going to put a number to it.
I'm going to pay 50-50.
Okay, you say
From my
50-50.
perspective, he was 50-50.
Okay. Now, in terms of the message that he delivered, was all of it cruel? No. Was some of it cruel? Yeah. Right?
Right.
Now, were his intentions to unify people? Some may disagree, some may agree.
Okay.
Was his intentions to separate people? Don't know. My history of coming to understand him as the internet personality and the social media personality was I remember when he was doing the colognes, he did the fragrances.
Right.
And the way that I found it was I was looking for a fragrance for a gift, whatever. Not for a gift, excuse me, but for Christmas, whatever. And I was searching, his joint came up and I saw it, I'm like, okay, cool review, whatever. It's in my algorithm because like most of my algorithm be black shit anyway. Right. And then next thing I know is I start seeing certain clips of him when he told a girl she was like a 6 or 7 at best, or world 6 at best on the World Star clip.
Right.
Like that's the one that blew him up and took him to the next level.
Okay.
Right? And then from there, it was off to the races.
All right.
Now, I will say that it was entertainment.
Very much so.
And
a lot of entertainment.
And now you ask, was he an intelligent man? Yes.
Extremely smart.
Because he figured out a gimmick. You remember the dude Derek Jackson? The one that
Oh,
cheated
the one
and had
got
his
caught,
wife
got
on the
caught.
side.
What
Right.
happened to him?
Right. Well, remember, he fell off. Like,
Oh,
that's the
okay.
thing. Like, his thing, he targeted his content towards black women, whatever, right? And you'll get the money if you do that. Just like there are certain people that target their content to black men, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. It's and then there's people that target their stuff to white men, it's white women, whatever. It's very rare that for any demographic, you can get the same amount of men and the same amount of women to watch something. He did that, yo. He had the people from the what's your man name? The No Jumper.
Adam 22.
He had Adam 22. He had Vlad bass. He had some of Joe Rogan bass. He had some of the Joe Budden bass. He had the Red Pill bass, whatever. Like he was able to tailor his content in a format that brought different demographics
together
to him. And for that, I can't think of anyone on a social media level that has done that like him. Now, you disagree with him, you don't disagree with him, whatever. When somebody passes away, regardless of what they did in their life, if they not here to defend themselves, you don't say nothing. And that's the only issue I had was there was people taking shots at a person that couldn't defend themselves.
Okay, so this for me, this is a little, I'm not gonna say hard, because it was just hard for me. It's just far as just like, the hate that he got, like the jokes and all types of stuff when he passed away was crazy. I'm like, yo, this is somebody's father, this is somebody's brother possibly, this is somebody's son. If you didn't agree with his message, cool. He never forced nobody to, how you say, he never forced nobody to watch. He never, you know, like I always tell people, I can relate to Kevin Samuel as far as like, you might have the right message, but your delivery sucks sometimes.
Right.
And I always hear that about myself, so I understood it.
Right.
But some of the stuff that he was saying was spot on. Some of the stuff was like, there's a little bit of reach. And then also, women, please, if y'all watching this, please look up. When he first started, he was eviscerating men. I'm talking about he was, the way he was going in on men was just as bad as women. So did he make his name off of like, going into women, telling women, about themselves or telling them how to attract a certain man or what type of men you can't get because you're not that way style? I tell people, listen, sometimes you need to hear the hard truth about yourself or what you're doing. And the tough love sometimes is the right love to get. Everybody want to be coddled and, oh, don't say that, oh, that's mean. Listen, I didn't grow up that way. It was tough love. This is what it is. I don't want anybody to sugarcoat anything or water it down, but just the way people was just talking about him when he passed was just crazy. It just showed me how society, you can't have it both ways. Y'all can't want to be coddled and then eviscerate and make fun of somebody at the same time. You can't have it both ways. It's either what side of the fence you want to stand on.
No, and my thing was, I looked at him as an entertainer, almost like a comedian. Like that's what it was.
That's
to me.
what it was to me.
It was comedy, you know. Some of it was insightful. Some of it, like I said, was mean, cruel, cold-hearted. I was waiting for him to turn the corner and see how he could take it to the next level and start elevating certain people instead of putting that, because that's where I saw it going. Like once he started to get, like he was on an episode of Atlanta. He was in Future Video. He was going to get more TV. I dare I say, he was going to get a television deal.
Possibly. I think he possibly already
He was
had
going to
one
get
in the works.
Yeah, he had one in the works. He had a television deal in the works. And I wanted to see the next level. But the thing that hit me too was that it reminded me of this one comedian. And, you know, sometimes you have guys that make it later in life, right? And this don't work, that don't work, you figure it out. You get to a certain point, and then you get to that point where you get ready to blow up, but then something happened. Robin Harris. If y'all don't know, Robin Harris in the 90s, he was the Pops in House Party, right? But before that, he was in a Spike Lee movie, Do the Right Thing.
Do the Right Thing.
He was in a couple things, and he was like an OG in Chicago comedy. It just took him a little bit longer to get to that point at a tougher time when you didn't have Netflix specials and all that.
Right.
And he finally got to that point. He was like he was Bernie Mac's OG. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he had a heart attack and died before he blew up. Right before the Baby Kids.
Right before the Baby Kids movie came
And that was the first. He was the first comedian that I could think of that had a comedy sketch that was getting ready to convert into.
He didn't even have a comedy special. That's the funny
He had a
thing.
half-hour special on HBO.
That's
when he did the Baby. That's when he did it. So that's what it reminded me of, and it's like, damn, you got somebody getting ready to blow to get to that next level, and that happens.
For me, yeah, it sucked, but for me, it was just more about, you know, how people was talking about him, by him passing.
Yeah.
And you know, just see, I'm not gonna mention no celebrity names. You know who you are, you bitter hags out there just talking crazy about this. And mind you, the same way you talking about him, you could have came on the show and had a conversation with that man.
Because other celebrities came on the show and they had decent conversation. And see, that's the component.
The simple fact that Nicki Minaj had a thing where she don't talk to nobody.
Right.
And she was on there.
Right.
And then now to see other women, like celebrities,
trying to hop on the bandwagon afterwards
to slander him. It's like, yo, y'all could have went on that man's show and voice your opinion. He will let you talk, say your side. He's gonna tell you about yourself, and you just, y'all can agree to disagree, but just to slander somebody,
that can't defend themselves.
It's
I didn't
crazy
like
to
that.
me. It's
but
crazy.
Nonetheless, somebody will fill in that vacuum, and it doesn't have to be in a situation where it's derogatory or breaking people down, but someone or something that touches all those various demographics, what they say. Ready, step up.
I've been ready. I've been ready.
All right, we're gonna be back after the break. Just don't pull a Derrick Jackson and have your wife on the couch.
No, not me. Listen, I'm breaking up.